right, so Genesis chapter 33, Jacob sees Esau approaching with the 400 men. And if we remember from chapter 32, the servants or the messengers had come back and told Jacob that Esau was coming with 400 men. So now he's seeing those 400 men approaching, and he divides his children amongst their mothers. So the servants get their children, Leah and Rachel get their children, and then he lines them up. Servants in the front, Leah second, Rachel and Jacob. I said it again. Rachel and Joseph in the back. And then Jacob goes ahead of all of them and bows himself to the ground 7 times as he approaches his brother Esau. Runs to meet Jacob, embraces him, kisses him. They fall on each other's necks. They weep. They do all the things. And he's just so happy to see his brother. And Esau sees the women and children. He's like, who are these people?
Right.
And Jacob introduces his family to him. Basically, they all approach Esau one at a time in the order that they were in. And then Esau asks about the gifts that were sent in chapter 32. And Jacob says, I sent them in order for me to find favor in your sight. And Jacob, insists that this is what he's doing. Esau says, I have enough. I don't need it. You keep your stuff. Jacob is like, no, I insist you take it. And in that chapter, we talked about what it means to accept a gift versus not accepting a gift. So definitely go back and check that out. But eventually Esau is like, okay, I'll take it. And he takes the gifts. And Jacob describes seeing Esau as like seeing the face of God. And we talked about that as well. He should have died meeting his brother here, but he did not. Esau is looking at him for which he was not expecting. Esau then says like, hey, let's go. Let's go to where we going. You follow me, I follow you, like, and let's all go together. And Jacob was like, no, I have the kids, I have the animals. There's some nursing animals. I have to walk at a slower pace. Otherwise, if I drive them too hard, bad things will happen. So Esau is like, well, at least let me give you some of my men or my people and let them stay with you we assume to help. It doesn't specifically say. And Jacob was like, no, there's no need, but we're good. So then Esau returns to Seir and Jacob travels to Succoth. He builds a house there. He makes booths for his livestock. He talked about how long he could possibly have been there. Like, was it a transition period? Was he at the place that God wanted him to be? Things like that. So again, go back and watch for full details. But eventually the chapter ends with them saying that Jacob arrived safely in the land of Canaan near Shechem. He buys land from the son of Hamor and he sets up camp. He builds an altar and he names the place did I not write this down?
Elohi Israel.
Yes, El Elohi Israel, God, the God of Israel. Yep. And that's where we end chapter 33.
Cool.